Why, hello everybody. It's Robbie from Southern California and Gary. And we are going to harvest the dragon fruit that I did an earlier video on. We've got 3 of them that made it, and there were 5 originally. 2 are nice size, one's a little small, but here we go. Okay, so what do you have to say about Gary? So first of all, how in the world do you know that these are ready to be harvested, or which one is ready?
This one here is ready to be harvested. Now, going by the wings, or these pieces that come across the top like that, this has turned brown, and if you look at the other 2, this one's still green, and the one over there is still green.
Okay, so this one over here.
Yeah, the wings are still green. They're starting to turn brown, so when they all start to turn brown, that will be when they're at peak brightness. And if you give it a gentle squeeze, this is still hard and firm. And this one here is softer. It's got a little bit of a give to it. So that's a sign that it's ripe and ready to go. The wings, or these pieces here, have dried back, and some people trim these off because they get stuck, because these are a thorny cactus-like plant. The flower, doesn't matter that the flower's here, so that could either be here or could just have dropped off. That's not important. And to harvest them, you just simply carefully just give them a bit of a twist, and if they come off very easily, then they're ripe. This one's maybe a little underripe. They should come off a little easier than that, and that's it.
So that's it. So now you could either eat it today, or you could let it sit for a day or 2.
Yeah, set it on the counter. They don't ripen much after you harvest them. They'll maybe ripen a little bit, but not much at all. So if you can, and you grow them yourself, harvest them when they're fully ripe. So this is, to me, this is fully ripe.
Okay, so we can go in there and take a look and see what it looks like inside. The other 2 we're going to leave for another few days at least.
Yeah, I'm going to say another few days. We'll just keep an eye on them and make sure that we get them when they're like that.
I'm so glad no critters got him. And another update is we've got another flower. Point to the flower that's opening.
Another flower's starting here.
Look how beautiful. And that's not it. Let's walk over here. Look at this on this branch here.
Yeah,
there's 5 here.
Yeah, these are going to be opening very soon, and hopefully the bees will do their job like they did with this fruit.
So we did no hand pollinating on these, and we ended up with 3 fruit, and then 2, I believe there was 2 others that kind of dried up originally. That's probably one of them behind there. That's one of the original ones behind there.
This one here?
Yes, that one didn't make it.
No, that one didn't make it.
And there was another one somewhere which probably already dried up and fell off. There were 5. I'll have to double check, but I believe there were 5. But 3 made it, and this was no hand pollinating at all done by the bees. But our flowers opened in the morning and then stayed open until about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and the bees were working them. So there it is. Isn't that beautiful? So that's the update on the dragon fruit. They did quite well. I can't get over. They did well, and again, it's already flowering. And this will be really nice because there's going to be 5 flowers opening at the same time in one area, and then there's one way down there. So either Gary can hand pollinate the one that's down there since it's by itself, or we'll leave it. We'll decide, and we'll see what happens within the week. I'm going to say when they open.
Yeah. Compare the wings. I know this is a bigger fruit, but the wings are longer, so these have dried back.
So they'll dry back against the fruit itself?
Yeah, against the fruit itself.
Okay, I see the ones underneath have already dried back. It pulls back to the fruit.
Yeah.
That's very interesting, and that's when they're ready. So that one's getting close.
That one's getting close. And again, this is firmly on the plant, so it's not ready.
So let's go see what that fruit looks like and see how it looks inside. Okay, now we're in my garden and Gary is sitting down getting ready to cut open our first dragon fruit for this year.
For this year, yeah.
Okay.
It's a real nice looking one.
It is a good size and beautiful red. Look at that. Looks like chia seeds and custard.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So this one's got red skin and white flesh.
And very red around it. You don't eat the red part though, only the white
No,
part.
only the white part.
Okay, that's the only part you eat.
And
And you eat the seeds too,
you
correct?
eat the seeds too. And there's two ways to do it. You can either peel it off, which it peels very easily,
Wow.
just like that.
And then you could cut it up into
and then
sections.
you could cut it up into sections, or you could use one of these spoons. They're like a teaspoon with the serrated edges, and you could just eat it straight like that. So you've got a little cup for it, and you could eat it like that.
So what does it taste like?
Tastes really good.
You know what? Cut me a section with a knife.
A knife?
Yeah, with the one that you started to peel. I don't think I've ever tasted dragon fruit. Is it okay to eat some of the pink?
Yeah, it is. The pink is okay. It's good.
Oh my gosh. You can keep eating.
Yeah, you're going to have a better description.
I don't know what to describe it as. Definitely, I have a sweet tooth. So things that you say are sweet, a lot of times I think is not. These are definitely sweet. I'll take another piece. Let me think about it while you're eating it. It doesn't taste like a melon. It doesn't taste like, well, this is crazy, but I'm going to almost say like a cotton candy, like you're eating cotton candy that's in almost not pudding, but like a cotton candy in a melon. Oh my gosh, I've never eaten it. I'll take more. I've never eaten it. I've seen you eat it, and when you've asked me, do you want some? I usually say no, and I don't know why. Oh my gosh.
It's got like a slight strawberry flavour to it, to me. I can't describe it and compare it with any other fruit. So
No, because it's a very soft texture with maybe, let's say, here, hand me another piece, maybe almost a grain to it. So it's not smooth like a watermelon or a cantaloupe. Oh, you know, it might be the seeds though. It actually, when I bite into it, it kind of melts in your mouth. If you push it, and when you put it in your mouth and you push your tongue against the roof of your mouth, it will melt in your mouth. It literally melts in your mouth. Put it on your tongue, push it up against the roof of your mouth, and it just melts in your mouth. And it's so sweet. It's not hideously sweet. I don't think so. It's just really, oh my gosh, it's incredible.
yeah, it's got a nice subtle sweetness to it.
Oh my gosh. This is no joke. I've never tasted it before. I'm going to probably finish that half.
Yeah, you can.
I am. Oh my gosh. And I'm not really big on different things. A lot of time. Look at that. But it's not even a gel. It's not like a jello and it's not like a pudding. How would you describe it?
The consistency. I can't use the word tapioca because it's not like tapioca. It's got its own consistency, and I don't know of any other fruit like it. It's kind of a little bit. It's got a little bit of a pear sort of flavour, pear strawberry a little bit.
Maybe, but Pears are tangy. I am going to
Yeah, it's
finish my half,
definitely
and you can definitely.
It's definitely not tangy. It's got its own flavour.
You've eaten more things than me because I'm like a creature of habit, eat what I grew up with. But I have nothing I can compare it with. That's the oddest thing. I can't even. It's almost like the whole thing is in segments. So that's why when you take a bite out of it and you put it on your tongue and push it against the roof of your mouth, it falls apart and like melts. But it's almost like it's in segments, but it just pops with flavor. It pops with sugar, but not like you're eating a mouthful of sugar. It's so good. And now, because of this, and I told you to get it out of my garden, I will be transferring it and growing it in pots and growing it up. So instead of it, as it's been growing through my garden, look at this. I'll walk over here for a second. See this? This is why I wanted it out. It is just growing wild in my garden. I'll go out there and go to pick something and I'll get stuck all the time. But now I'm going to take segments because it's really easy to root. And I'm going to grow it differently. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Yeah, you can grow it from seed, but because this is a known variety, it's so easy to grow from cuttings.
So now you tell me after I have swallowed all the seeds.
Well,
I
yeah,
might
if you
look.
grow,
I might take some of the seeds that are there and just put them somewhere and see what happens. So I have a cactus that's growing, just a plain old cactus that grew from seed. All right. Well, wow. How come you never gave me any before?
because when I offered, you didn't want. So
Oh my gosh. I will definitely compost the skin. The microbes and the earthworms and everything are going to love that. But I can't even say what it tastes like. It's not like a fig because a fig has definitely segments but this, inside, but this does not. It's not grainy and yet it falls apart and melts in your mouth when it's ripe. So this is definitely ripe.
yeah, this is definitely right.
Oh wow, I will be taking better care of them than I have. So anything else you want to say?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Wow. And by the way, these are pepinos Gary just harvested. It has nothing to do with that. Wow. Okay, well, this is a game changer for me because now instead of having you've chopped and dropped some of it, I think.
Well, I've cut it off and I've planted it in a like nursery area of
Okay.
my garden. I just have to transplant it.
And I feel so bad because our friend chopped it out and gave a lot away and threw a lot away. He wanted to get it out.
Us more, yeah.
And I said no. I just thought it was a waste, but I should have tasted it before. I don't buy it at the grocery store. I looked and I saw it at the grocery store and they had a small one this size and it was like $7.99. It was $8 for one. I thought, I'm not spending no $8 for one. Wow, so look how beautiful that is when you turn it over the skin. Beautiful fruit, and I'm ashamed of myself for not trying it before. Wow. Okay. Well, with that, I would say I'm going to start figuring out what I'm going to do with all this dragon fruit because it has been growing well. That is the actual piece that I planted. I put it in a pot in open bottom and I watered it. I know you can't see it because it's the dinosaur kale and everything is covering it, but I took a very small piece, it was only about a foot long, stuck it in there and watered it, and then you put two other pieces behind the wall. And we've got the one that's growing back there, I think it's growing from both flowers. We've had flowers on everything now. The piece I planted and the two you planted behind the wall, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Wow, okay. Game changer, I am going to have to figure out where I'm going to plant some, maybe even some around the truck bed.
Yeah. It does really well in our zone 10.
And the plant itself needs a lot of sun? Or does it like sun and shade?
Like sun and shade, a little bit of both.
I'll have to figure that out. Okay, now with that, have a wonderful day and don't forget,
To eat what you grow.
bye-bye.
Bye.